Good fish. Yep. Oh. GT. Oh, immediately. Whoa. All right, we're back at the water. Time for a new session. I brought the wind shear inshore rod, little P 1.5 setup with a 60S minnow. I also brought the heavy setup, the Black Hole Sea Bass edition. I didn't tie on any lure on this one yet. It's high water now. Normally I come here with low tide and we go out to the reef over there. But the low tide now is in the middle of the night, so it's not an option this time. So we're just gonna explore the area with high tide this time. We're gonna have a couple casts in here with the light setup, and then we're gonna go over there, get the heavy setup ready as well, and do some wading. And hopefully we catch maybe some trevallies, hopefully a bluefin trevally, barracuda, things like that. Probably some grouper. But first, get our light set up, have a couple casts here. First cast. Good fish. Must be some kind of trevally. Nice little trevally. Was a hard hit because he's a bit foul hooked. Bit smaller than it felt, but still a fun size on light tackle. He's a bit hooked in the side, so the initial hit felt very strong. Alright, only a couple casts in. Third cast, I believe. Got a nice little trevally on the 60S minnow. The sun comes back out now. Suddenly was a bit gloomy. Third cast, so good start. Quick 2-hook. Okay. I'll throw it back quickly. Thank you, buddy. There it goes. There's a little hole here. Caught it out of there, so let's have a couple more casts in there. Maybe there's a little school of trevallies. I didn't see any other trevally following though. Normally when you hook a trevally, more trevallies follow the lure in. But we'll see. Couple more casts here. Alright, no more hits here. Gonna continue walking. Explore the reef over there. Need to walk a bit further, but this is the reef area I was talking about. Normally I come here at low tide and we can go out all the way to the reef edge there. But as you can see, now it's just one full ocean. Let's have a look around the corner. Alright, it's pretty calm over there. I think we might skip this area, it's a bit too wavy here. But over there, it's still protected by the reef edge, I can see. So that looks pretty calm. Maybe we can even walk in the water, do some wading. The sun is coming back. Things look way better already. I hope the sun shows up a bit more, because when it's shining, we can really see in the water where all the bommies are. We can spot fish even. If it's very cloudy, we have no idea what's going on. Alright, the heavy setup is ready as well. I tied on a RV minnow 140F. Got some very big hits on this lure before. I caught my PB Bluefin Trevally as well. So now we are prepared for small and big fish. We can get out there. Just a shark came in front of us. Small one, but hopefully they're not bigger over there. It's gonna be pretty deep here, I think. I think my tackle box is getting wet. Hopefully it doesn't drain water. We're almost there, getting lower already. Just gonna continue over there so we can drop off our back. I have a couple casts in here. A lot of turtles. There's another one there. They're chilling in the shadows here. It's all grass. They eat this stuff. Maybe we can have some cast from this rock. We can cast both in there and in here. Maybe have a couple of casts with the big lure that way first. Yep. Like a emperor maybe. It's Trevally. No, what is it? Oh, a little snapper. On the big lure. Oh. That's a decent one though. That's pretty quick. 4 casts, I believe. Might actually be an emperor, I'm not so sure. Good size. On the RV Minnow 140F. I think some kind of emperor, but not like a long-nosed emperor. Stoked. Just give it a quick D-hook. And we're gonna give it an underwater release. Leave it in here. Ah, that was annoying. I want to do a different kind of underwater release this time, where I swim with the fish. I go underwater with the fish, but it slipped out of my hand, so I don't have a good shot. Maybe we can catch another one and try again. At least we had a nice fish. I'm not sure what the exact name is, if it's just a general emperor or some kind of snapper. I think it's an emperor species, but always when you catch them the colors change a lot. At the end it almost looked like a red-mouthed emperor, but I doubt it was it. Let's see, maybe we can catch another one. Okay, nothing on the heavy setup. Let's have a couple casts with the light setup and then we continue moving. Yeah, fish on. Oh, I came off. Don't know what it was. Probably a triggerfish. Oh, big fish. Oh, is that a huge bluefin? I mean, we cannot get it on this setup though. Oh, it's going down. But I have no time to grab the other one. I keep on swimming. That was a huge bluefin. I think this is the exact same spot where we hooked up on a bluefin a couple days ago. So maybe we have a couple casts in here with the big lure first. Walk out a little bit. Let's see. Oh! GT. Did you see that? Oh, I think my camera is pointed too high. GT came in. GT came all the way in. This is the exact same spot where we hooked up on a GT or a bluefin, I'm not sure because it was very far out, a couple days ago. And now we see a big one again. What's this? Oh, this is a Picasso triggerfish. Well, finally got another fish, third species. Very colorful. There are a lot of these ones in this water, but they have very small mouth, so they keep on tapping your lure, but they don't really hook up, and they also destroy the plastics. But once in a while, you catch them anyway. Thank you, buddy. Oh. We have a look on the outer reef again. Maybe this time we try the heavy setup. First I need to find a spot where we can walk out. Just pick a random place, I guess. Maybe just here. Okay, it's getting a bit too crazy to walk any further. It's still pretty shallow here though. I see some deeper pools, but also very shallow areas. Just have a couple casts. Not sure how this goes. Whoa, immediately! Whoa, whoa, whoa. First cast! Oh, we're still no. Huh? Oh, something else followed me. First cast. What happened? Did we bend out? It's one hook a little bit bent, but very little. Did we hit the reef? Not even. Oh, we didn't do anything wrong. It's a little bit bent, one hook. I think that's the problem. We just hooked on only one hook and it was a monster. Ah, that was so good. First cast. And then when I reeled it in, there's something else jumping behind it. I think it was like big needlefish. Alright, let's try again. I was completely locked actually. Surprised we didn't get reefed. Maybe it's perfect place here. Need to be careful though, because when I step back I stepped in a hole. So I need to really find a good placement. Try again, second cast. Oh, nervous. Alright, no action anymore on the reef edge. But we had a very nice fight in the beginning. And we're going to do a bit more casting on the inside. We did spot a GT earlier today. So there's still a chance we hook up big time in the shallow water. It's just too calm. Like, it's so nice. I see a lot of fish, but they're not active. I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but a bunch of fish around the bummies here. Last cast. Felt nothing. Alright, that's it. It's getting late. I'm out of water. We caught only a couple of fish, but they were nice species. A little trevally, a little, I believe, some kind of emperor. Oh, some cool fish here. And then I caught at the end the Picasso triggerfish. But of course, the big fight at the reef-edge was the best moment of the day. Unfortunately, we lost it. It was still a very nice day on the flats though. Very calm day, even though it looked like it was gonna storm. Today we fished at high tide, because low tide is in the middle of the night. It's actually now low tide, but the difference between high tide and low tide is only like 30 centimeters. So it's a very weird day to fish now actually. There's no current, not a lot of action. But we're gonna come back to this ledge when the tide is getting very low again. So we can really focus on just casting out with the big lure of the reef edge. So we can finally land those big fish over there. but that's in a future video. So if you like this kind of content, hit the subscribe button, give it a like. I upload every Saturday. Thanks for watching. See you guys next weekend.